Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is our story for today. Hi, I'm a lady born and bred in a small town in Harare. I grew up in a very poor family where having a proper meal was a struggle. Eating store-bought bread was a luxury. My father worked as a gardener while my mom would go around in different houses washing people's clothes, and in return she would get food, money, or unwanted clothes. We were very famous where we stayed because of our poverty. I hated this life. I dreamt of becoming a better person. When I turned 18, I then found a job as a maid in the suburbs. The plan was to work and raise money to go back to college, but unfortunately, the money I was earning just wasn't enough since I was also a breadwinner at home. I had to send money to my younger siblings for school. The people I was working for were so cruel to me. Any small mistake, they wouldn't hesitate to hit me. I was I was only allowed to eat once a day, but all that didn't matter because leaving my job was not an option. I had to stay strong no matter what. I needed the money. But then one day, a woman named Kim moved in next door. Kim was glamorous, confident, and lived a life that I had only seen in the magazines. She had the latest fashions, her makeup always on point, and her beauty was undeniable. She drove expensive cars. What surprised me the most was that Kim looked very young, looked like she was in her mid or late 20s. So, how did she end up being so wealthy? That was a question I had no answer to. Longing for any kind of escape from my painful reality, I started making up conversations with Kim. One conversation led to another. Kim ended up inviting me to her house. I would always tell her about my struggles and how I wish I could be like her. She told me, as beautiful as I was, how come I was struggling. I just laughed it off, but she kept saying that statement until one day she told me if I wanted a better life, I should get a blesser and all my struggles would be over. I was hesitant about it, but she assured me that she was going to link me up with a very rich man. Kim introduced me to a world I had never imagined, a world of wealth and luxury. After some time, Kim told me that there was a man in Dubai who could make me rich beyond my wildest dreams. All I had to do was follow their instructions, and the money would flow in like a river. Desperate for change, I agreed. I didn't understand the full price I was going to pay. The next day, the next days, I lied to my boss that my mom fell ill, so I had to go and take her to the hospital. I then went to Dubai with Kim. Upon arrival, Kim told me to Upon arrival, Kim took me to a very beautiful hotel and took me to a very luxurious room. Told me to bath myself and wear the expensive clothes that she had bought for me. She then told me she was going to pick me up later to go to the party. Around 7 p.m., Kim came to take me. We arrived at the party. It looked so beautiful and glamorous. It was nothing I had ever seen in my life. There were expensive cars in the parking lot. There was all types of drinks and alcohol. If only I knew what was waiting for me. I thought I was going to meet the man Kim was talking about, and if that man liked me, then we would start dating and might even end up getting married. I was only I was already seeing myself taking my family's poverty away. Little did I know it was nothing like that. In the middle of the party, Kim took me to a room. When I entered, there were different men. My heart started to beat fast, and I was now scared. But Kim told me to do whatever they asked me to do, and there was no going back. She then left me with those strangers in the room. I was swept into a dark world of manipulation and exploitation. I had to do things that made me feel wealthy, filthy, and degraded. They promised me money and success, but the true cost of it became clear when I found myself trapped and forced to do unspeakable things. I was forced into getting intimate with different men at the same time. They treated me like a slave. They would pee in my mouth, made me eat their waste, and were beating me up. My tears and screams of pain fell on deaf ears. All I could hear was their mocking laughter. My suffering was entertainment to them. At this point, I just wanted to die. The pain I was in was nothing I had ever felt before. The party ended and we went back home. Kim gave me tablets and told me I was going to be okay. I received money, thousands of dollars. I left my maid job, bought myself a house in the suburbs, a car and a saloon. People who see me think I'm an educated lady who's calm, collected, and well behaved. But if they knew what I did to get to where I am now, they would judge me. I hate myself for what I did to myself. The pressure of getting rich led me to this. I sacrificed my dignity, my innocence, and my self worth for something that could never bring me true happiness. Let this be a lesson to all young ladies desperate for success. Not all that glitters is gold.
Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share.